Hello, welcome. This is Blockchain Bloom, the blockchain educator. I'm at Pink, and in today's video, I'm going to talk about that the first time in history, the Americans' national debt, so the U.S. national debt, is over 30 trillion US dollar. This is a crazy number, and it will have consequences. Let's talk about it. The second thing I would like to talk about is about Bitcoin mining carbon emission, which is, according to CoinShares, at inconsequential levels. So basically, it's not a big deal. And the third thing I would like to talk about is a statement, what Willy Woo is saying, that there is a peak fear right now, but on-chain metrics say it's not a bear market. So is it a bear market or it's not a bear market? I think it's worth to discuss it. Guys, all this in today's video. And those of you who would like to get the daily fresh cryptocurrency and blockchain news, just simply subscribe to this YouTube channel, Blockchain Bloom, because I'm bringing them for you every single weekday. Plus, I have a free course for you, which you can download. The link is simply under this video, how to start to invest in Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. And also many useful links. Check out the links because you can save money with those links. And for instance, when you register to a centralized exchange, just like Binance, Coinbase, FTX, and so on and so forth. And well, let's have a look at the market, how that looks like at the moment. I'm sharing the screen and zoom in a little bit. So basically in the last 24 hours, Bitcoin went up 0.5%, Ethereum 0.3%. So Bitcoin at the present is 38,581 US dollar, while Ethereum is at 2,766. Well, not a major move. When we're looking at the top gainers, we see the top quant with 99%. Then we see Ethereum Classic 9.4% and Kusama went up 7.7%. And we have our losers, basically Loopring 7.4%, Flow 4.8%, and Cadena went down 3%. So these are the top gainers and the top losers in the top 100. And when we're looking at the Bitcoin candlestick chart, then we can see, we still have this ascending triangle, and well, we are going right here, right next to the line, sideways since here the 31st of January. So for good 2 days now, a bit more, and we haven't broken out. So do we break out now upwards? Do we break down downwards? It's it's a support from the bull side that they don't let fall Bitcoin further down. But on the other hand, there's pressure also from the bears. So right now, again, still we are kind of undecided and waiting for the next moment. We do know that this is a bullish pattern. So theoretically speaking, we should break out to the upside, but we can break down as well. And then the next level is again here at 35. And well, we can continue even to 30 because this kind of crypto winter, it's here or not. It's kind of undecided. There are many arguments that we haven't had our, blow off top. And then we do need this. And we will return. This is just like a bearish period. And some people say that also now we're going to have a longer period why this prices are down. And this is kind of undecided. The fact that we are bearish on the daily, on the weekly chart, it's not a question anymore. But yeah, we'll see what's happening. So still the same what yesterday was. Right, guys, and now let's move on to the first topic, which is a kind of serious one because the US debt surpassed the first time 30 trillion US dollar. Crazy number. Well, this kind of money printing is on for a while. And this is the reason why we again see big number in inflation. Actually worldwide, but looking at now the US dollar especially, I mean, there are much bigger inflations. You just mentioned Turkey, Venezuela, Zimbabwe, Argentina, you name it. But we are in trouble even in this country because, look, the national debt hits now 30 trillion. And this is definitely a warning sign. If you would like to see this number more clearly and how scary it goes up, you just have to look at the US debt clock. And here in the left top corner, you can see this. And this is how much it is increased and increasing because it's ongoing. And look, right here, you can see the US GDP, 23 trillion. This is already 7 trillion more than the yearly GDP, the gross domestic product, what the US has. This is actually mind-blowing, and the reason is this money printing, which is on, because since it started heavily since 2008, to fix the economy, put it this way. And then we had this unfortunate pandemic situation starting in spring 2020. I mean, well, whatever it started, but basically the bad news came out, when we had the Black Thursday. So, well, here we go. The national debt surpassed 30 trillion. Well, million would be a good idea, a billion, but no, it's trillion for the first time on Tuesday. And fueled in a party by, as I said, coronavirus pandemic, but also it hits that what economists decries as years of unsustainable government spending that could have long-term consequences for every American. But actually, it's not just Americans. I think it's worldwide because it's the worldwide currency what we have. Look, scary numbers, right? 30 trillion debt amount to about $90,000 per American. So if we're looking at the citizens one by one and we divide it with the number of the citizens in the US, then it goes $90,000 per American. The net interest cost on debt average, it's 1 billion per day, which is roughly 2,600 per household, this year. It's amazing numbers, and it puts a huge amount of pressure actually on people, to be honest with you, even that they don't realize it because they think, yeah, okay, so it's not my business, I just do my everyday life. But it is your business because it will affect the economy, and it affects everything. And this is a very important thing, and that's the reason why Bitcoin does make sense, because you need a hedge against inflation, right? So, guys, you have to do something. You're having your fiat, but the fiat is just the value of it day by day going down. Well, I'm not pushing here anything, or it's not financial advice what is on this channel, but just look at the facts, right? How much your money would increase if you put it in, in a stock, put it in gold, or put it in Bitcoin in the last couple of years. And definitely, if you make a summary, even just last year or several years, altogether, Bitcoin, it's going to be the winner so far, and it looks like it's going to continue as well, even that Bitcoin price is now down. So yeah, this is just something to think about. I never say something that this is what you have to do or it's a must, because no, I don't want to influence people in that way. I would like just clarify the whole situation, what is right now in the world, and what kind of problems we're facing. And this is not just a major problem for the US, it's a major problem for the world as well. Okay, second topic I would like to mention is all about that Bitcoin mining, carbon emission is inconsequential levels. This is at least what CoinShares is saying, so let's discuss it. Well, Bitcoin gets a lot of attacks that the carbon emission of Bitcoin it's just way too big, and it's just not good for the environment. Even the Bitcoin, it's getting now greener and greener. But here is a report came out from CoinShares, and they saying that Bitcoin mining carbon emission is at inconsequential levels, and it is a deal, but it's not that big deal. So CoinShares says that Bitcoin mining is responsible for less than 1% of the global carbon emissions. So they're saying this is such a small number, and it says that the emission cost of Bitcoin are dwarfed by its benefits, which means that they're saying it brings much more than it costs. So CoinShares, which has recently thought to reframe the Bitcoin energy debate, estimates that the Bitcoin mining network was responsible for 41 megatons of carbon dioxide emission in 2021, up from 36 megaton the year before, so in 2020. Why that sounds like a lot, it's less than 0.0% of the global carbon emissions. So what I said just before, roughly speaking, 1%. The firm restates its belief that Bitcoin is a large net benefit to society, whose environmental cost is small but necessary. So it's a small, but we have to have it. At any rate, it thinks mining's power consumption will decrease because of the network is designed to stop creating Bitcoin over time. We do know that the last Bitcoin will be mined in 2140. Exactly. Within just a few decades, the energy usage will transition away from mining Bitcoin and towards market demand for Bitcoin transaction settlement through transaction fees offered to miners by consumers, because we do know the miners get always the reward, which is right now 6.25 Bitcoin, and also the transaction fee, whatever is in that block. So CoinShares, their theory is that the energy that it's used will get cleaner because miners are more mobile than traditional industries and can move to locations where cheap renewables are constructed, almost no matter how remote the location may be. So just what happened in China, they banned Bitcoin mining. What did they do? Moved to other places. So it's doable, and we see many green sources, renewable sources for Bitcoin mining. And we are heading in this way. And of course, the new protocols, they're using proof of stake, which is far more less. They use far more less energy than Bitcoin use with its proof of work mechanism. Ethereum, which is actually using right now proof of work, it's actually shifting now to proof of stake as well, which is the second biggest cryptocurrency by market cap. So yeah, even if these others going to proof of stake, this will also save some energy. And when Bitcoin using more and more renewable green energy, it will decrease this. But they're still saying that actually what it's giving on the on one side, it's taking away much less on the other side. This is their argument. Okay, what do you think, guys? You can put it in the comment. What do you think about it? Is it too big? Is it too small? Is it worth it? Well, we can have our own opinion, obviously. And now the next topic is all about that we have a fear in the market, but on-chain metrics actually showing that there is no bear market. And this is what Willy Woo is saying, so let's discuss it. So yes, definitely, the fear and greed index is always right now 20 something, and it went down under 20, and so the fear is definitely big right now. Of course, when you're looking at the Bitcoin chart, you see that, well, which is going down, we bearish on the daily, bearish on the weekly. But Willy Woo is saying now that the peak fear, but on-chain metrics say it's not bear market. So when we're looking at on-chain, and this is what we can do with blockchain, because everything is on the blockchain and we can read it very clearly. And even things looking bad, right now, they're saying probably the bear market is not here yet. So structurally on chain, it's not a bear market setup, even though it would say we are at peak fear. No doubt about it. People are really scared, which is typically an opportunity to buy. So, well, not financial advice. I'm just saying it's a quote from him. But yes, so when you buy, what would make sense if you believe in an asset when the price is cheap, not when it's expensive. That's I think totally reasonable. So the price of Bitcoin has declined around 44% since all-time high, which was around 69,000 back in November last year. And the analyst cited institutional futures trading as a key reason behind this steady decline and flat performance over the past 3 months. So he's saying that probably the institutional futures trading is the one which brought down the market. And of course, Fed and all the other things. So most of the coins have been sitting there for longer than 5 months. And people who do that, they have held on for 5 months. They are not selling at loss. They will sell when there is a profit to be had. And you will see that whenever it breaks out of all-time highs and does a really strong rally. So we're getting to the stage basically when, the price went more down, more fear, it went down. And the weak hands already have given up. They sold their what they wanted to sell. Those who are still holding strongly, maybe the 30 level could be actually a tricky one if we do go down to 30K. But actually, or even look a little bit, underneath, under it, then this could be tricky. But more and more we go down, the more and more people who are actually really scared have sold already. The ones who are still holding, hold till it comes back because they believe in the asset. So the year 2018 bear was at peak, new guys holding the coins. And the cycle repeats. Those guys either sell or the ones that don't become hardened holders and they sell on the next rally when it goes even higher. So even those guys have sold already. They said, okay, well, I'm done. Or who actually stayed, they believing that Bitcoin will go up. And right now, I think we're somewhere between, 50-50. We can go further down and we can have a bearish period. And actually, we can bottom basically any time and go up. Because, kind of we're waiting bad things already from Fed saying in March. And maybe the market already priced it in. And when something is bad and priced in, then probably the things can go up after it. If it will be worse, what we expect, then then we can go even further down. So it's kind of undecided right now, and that's why we're doing this sideways movements down, sideways. We actually in trend-wise we're really bearish, but will it continue for long? When we're looking at the hash rate, when we're looking at how people accumulating the big ones, it all shows that actually it's all good. But on the other hand, we see a strong decrease in the price. And therefore, we have the weak hands who are selling, the diamond hands are holding. So it's like a battle between them. It's not an easy time. But this is crypto, guys. If you're here for a while, you have experienced it. If you were here back in 2017, 2018, experiencing a longer period of the bear market, you know what I'm talking about. And then, of course, prices came back. And we did know that will go down. When and how much, this is what we don't know. And even we are here for a while, we still don't know the future. No, nobody knows. It's part of the game. But bottom line is, if you believe in this asset and you would like to accumulate, then buy when it's low, sell when it's high. Yeah, I think that's the bottom line. Guys, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to smash the like button if you like this kind of content. And subscribe to this YouTube channel if you would like to get this daily fresh cryptocurrency and blockchain news, because I'm bringing them for you. Guys, have a good one. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.